Hi, Chris Thompson here again. Today I will be doing a little review on the book Commodore The Inside Story by David Pleasance, which this book was kindly sent to me by David Pleasance himself, and he also signed it. And for those who don't know, David Pleasance worked for Commodore, starting there as a salesman back in 1983, and worked his way through different departments of Commodore, and eventually in 1992 he became the managing director of Commodore Business Machines UK. So this book goes into everything that was going on at Commodore, and the bump on the back of the book says, with a career spanning more than 45 years, David Pleasance's success in the UK computer market is legendary. And anybody who knows about David Pleasance, legend in this business, legend in Commodore. And is estimated to have been directly responsible for the sale of approximately 2.25 million home computers. During his impactful stay at Commodore, spanning UK, Switzerland, Netherlands and US offices, David formed long-term partnerships with some of the best games and productivity software publishers around the globe. Always one step ahead of the competition, he set the bar in marketing and is particularly known for his groundbreaking idea to introduce bundles of computers and software to the market. But yeah, David Pleasance is just one of those names that anybody who knows about Amigas and whatnot, you should know who David Pleasance is. So, going into a little bit of this then, it starts with in the beginning, so it goes on about where he was born and blah blah blah. It has pictures of where he was born and a picture of David Pleasance with his guitar. So it's got a little bit of David's upbringing and all this. The first 5 months of him at Commodore, May 1983 to September 1983. That was when he was a salesman at Commodore. And then he was transferred to the Business Systems Division in September, which he was there till October. He was there from September 1983 to October 1985. There's a picture of the Commodore Plus 4, which I actually played on one of these at someone's house a long time ago. They're quite an ugly looking system, really, to be honest, but I actually enjoyed one of these. I'm actually wanting to pick one of these up at some point if I can get one. It has a little grey cursor keys on there. I remember playing on one of them, little reset button on the back, I think there were as well. And you can put cartridges in the back of it, I think, as well. And also load games off tape and whatnot. And there's the Commodore Amiga with the Batman pack. All the different Amiga bundles like Cartoon Classics, Everybody who knows about the Amiga should know the Cartoon Classics pack, which came with deluxe paint and Simpsons and Lemmings. There's a picture of the Commodore staff at a conference in 1990. He went on to become the general manager of Commodore Electronics Limited in Switzerland. He's done quite a lot of different roles in Commodore. He worked for Commodore Inc. in America, in Westchester, Pennsylvania. There's a picture of the CCTV, which was essentially just an Amiga 500 with a CD drive, and it was made to look like nice, fancy Commodore Amiga system. Kind of looks like the PCs of the day, with nice PC type keyboard rather than the Amiga 500, which is all in one case, obviously. So it was going along the same sort of lines as like the Amiga 1000 and all that, but with a CD drive and all that stuff. There was a little remote that came with it as well, like a long remote, which I think you can see there. It's like a long remote thing. It was supposed to be like an interactive type system, like the 3DO and all this kind of thing. The launch of the CD32, I remember my friend having a CD32 when they came out. Unfortunately, it didn't really take off as well as they thought it was going to do. But basically, it was essentially an Amiga 1200, consoleized version of an Amiga 1200 with a CD. And that launched in 94. It didn't really take off, really. I mean, people were more into like the PlayStation when PlayStation came out and whatnot. So the CD32 didn't really take off. It was like Sega with their Sega Saturn and whatnot, and didn't really take off how they really wanted it to. But David Pleasance really tried to keep Amiga afloat, and unfortunately Amiga and Commodore just disintegrated, and but we have a nice following now of the Amiga. There's new games and everything, obviously not in the mainstream. You can't expect to go into a shop like Game or whatever and buy a game for the Amiga, but yeah. There's a picture of the Amiga 1200, which I'm a proud owner of. There was a lawsuit with PC Week. There's a bit about management buyout in July 1994. Chelsea Football Club shirt sponsorship. So there was the on the Chelsea shirt there was the Amiga logo and whatnot, Commodore Amiga logo. There's a bit like after Commodore, so who took over the Amiga and whatnot after Commodore, and also what Donald Pleasance did like after Commodore. There's Commodore Memories, Part 2, Commodore Memories. One more untold Amiga story. There's a still from The Dream Goes Berserk animation, and the Amiga was well known for having animations like the boing ball and whatnot, as you can see right there. I have a boing ball. There's a picture of an Amiga with the what they call the sidecar, which was essentially a PC motherboard that could be attached to the Amiga, which basically turned the Amiga into a PC. But it was actually, the sidecar actually was a PC really, so it wasn't the Amiga being a PC, it actually was a PC. It had its own CPU and memory and storage and all that, so the Amiga wasn't actually doing any of the work really, the actual sidecar was. There's a picture of the Guru Meditation, which anybody who's had an Amiga has seen the Guru Meditation quite a few times. It's like people with the PCs now with a blue screen of death. It's a very similar thing to that. It goes into other systems on here, which there's the Exody Sorcerer, the Timex Sinclair 1000, which was an American version of a ZX81. It goes on about like different add-ons, like the Amiga 2620 accelerator. There's an Amiga 3000T tower. There's a picture of an old IBM PC from back in the day, big clunky thing. Amiga 4000 with a picture of Steve Jobs on it. Commodore UK, the early days. There's a picture of a Commodore 1541, which was the 5.25 floppy disk drive, big, massive, chunky thing, and people who've got them still to this day are once they break, it's like a death nail. Memories from the soft side. There's a bit on launching the Amiga. Commodore Business Machines presents the world premiere of Amiga. Tuesday, July 23rd, 1985. At the Vivian Beaumont Theatre Building at Lincoln Center, New York, New York. Cocktails at 6 p.m. And there's all the Commodore staff at the launch of the Amiga 1000, which the Amiga 1000 was the first Amiga to come out. It was essentially the Amiga 500 was basically a cut down version of the Amiga 1000. The Amiga 1000 were basically a desktop system with a monitor and keyboard, separate keyboard and mouse and all that, and then they cut it down to Amiga 500 for everyday users, because the 1000 were really supposed to be meant for businesses and whatnot, like a PC. And yeah, it got cut down into Amiga 500, which strange number in, because they had the 1000 and then it went down to 500, but I'm assuming because 1000 cut it down to half, it's 500. And so you got the Amiga 500, and then you had the Amiga 600, and then the 1200, which then they went basically but double the number again. So yeah, basically this book, I've not read it yet because I literally only just got it today, but I would like to thank David Pleasance for sending this out to me and for signing it, and I will give this a read. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and thank you again, David Pleasance, for sending that book out to me. It's very kind of you to do that. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'd like you all to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.